So it's 2022 and I just watched One Punch Man. Why am I watching One Punch Man in 2022 when the show came out, like 2014? I don't remember when the show came out. I was lazy. I was very lazy. There was something that just wasn't intriguing to me about this bald guy. I'm gonna be honest. There was nothing intriguing about it. I mean, the fact that the show is called One Punch Man should be enough. I get that. But it's like, other than that, there was nothing that was catching my eye. It seemed like a show that was purely comedy. I didn't know what it was about. I heard people talking about the fights. Didn't believe them. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have problems. Before I get into my sort of review about it, like and subscribe. I do many things on this channel, content like this, reactions, gaming. In the future, when I set myself up on this platform a little bit, I'm probably gonna make a second channel just to separate stuff a little bit. But this is where all my content is for now. So subscribe to get the whole deal. It's that simple. But One Punch Man, what the fuck is this show? I mean, come on now, man. This took me by surprise. I am thoroughly impressed. I am thoroughly impressed with this show, and I didn't expect to enjoy this show as much as I did. I'm just gonna start off the bat, the characters. Everyone is diverse in their own way. There are demons in this show, and by demons, I'm talking about dudes like Garo. Where did he come from? I know he's a season 2 character, and I'm just gonna be jumping all around the place because I'm sort of in shambles right now about the shit that I just watched. But why did Garo just pull up on dudes like that? What's his problem? I'm gonna start with him because I'm angry that there's a character that, like, he's not deep in any way, shape, or form yet, but he's a threat to every living creature on this One Punch Man earth. Right there's Saitama. I'm not talking about him. He's a morally good, just guy. Garo is taking heads for whatever reason. Dude had a childhood and kids were getting upset at him that he wanted a crab twin rather than Justice Man. Shut the fuck up, okay? Everyone has their childhood trauma. I have childhood trauma, and it is not that serious to be going on a rampage like this. This is just another level of insanity. I don't know. And I love the character. He has some morality, though, if you see him interacting with that kid, right? There's some sense of morality there. And then when the kid got upset that Garo took out 7 A-class heroes by himself, which in itself, again, where does this kid come from? I understand that he got taught under Silverfang, right? But it's like, Silverfang must have a bad rep if he only got one good student out of the bunch that he has. Like, we have Sourpuss and Charanko. Who else is there? Honestly, I haven't seen any other Silverfang student be a beast like Garo. There needs to be someone out there. Maybe it's Blast, because we haven't seen Blast yet. Maybe it's him, but there is no one doing it like him. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna save Garo. I'm gonna put a little pin in that. I'm gonna save him. I'm gonna talk about the other characters first. Saitama, great MC, brings the comedy to the show. He's a nutcase himself. He has real world problems that are more important than anything that you other heroes desire. He is trying to figure out what coffee he's gonna be drinking in the morning and what he's gonna be eating for dinner. That is the brink of Saitama's problems, and the fact that he's bored. The problem of him being bored is literally bigger than the actual monster itself. To me, is very funny. With One Punch Man, it is like a top 2, maybe not even number 2 in comedic shows that I've seen in terms of anime. The comedy and humor, especially in season 1, hits damn near every single time. Every single time. The facial expressions have me in my seat, not crying tears of laughter, but like laughing, like laughing, just like I laughed, exactly like that. Saitama has about 50 different facial expressions that all hit in the same manner in terms of comedy, and I love it. I mean, there's nothing to really talk about his strength because it's not like you could even gauge that. I'm just saying he beats Goku, that's all I'm saying. And yes, honestly, I do believe Saitama beats Goku, and I better not see y'all boys in the comments talking about it because I'm not even gonna be upset. I'm just not gonna acknowledge it. Saitama's a threat in himself, whatever. Genos is a great character as well, very wholesome, and he just wants to be strong. He wants to be strong, and I hate to say it, but he's never gonna get to Saitama's level, you know, and it feels bad. You know, he's just a kid, really. He's a young adult, teenager maybe, and it's like, for me to tell him straight to his face, yo, you're not gonna be shit compared to this guy, I feel bad for him. But that's not to say he's not one of the strongest characters in the show. Just look at him at the end of season 2. He's a nutcase. Unless his doctor starts developing new technology, I don't think there's any possible way he's touching Saitama. I know he's not trying to fight him, but you know, he's trying to get to his level. But I feel like everyone in the show is trying to get to his level. And that's also another part of the comedy, because it's like, they're not. They're not. I'm sorry. It's not happening. And to me, that part is just funny as well. But then there are characters like Tornado and Blizzard, the twin flame. You know, I think Blizzard's the younger sister, but she dresses more mature, and then Tornado acts like more so a young adult, and she acts very immature. So it's like, you get the best of both worlds with that. You know, I'm 22, so Tornado acts like a girl that's more so my age, and then you got Blizzard, who like is weaker, but she She runs this shit, you know, she's got her little posse behind her, so you get the best of both worlds with them. So I mean, that's already double trouble. And then don't even get me started with like people like Metal Bat, and then that one swordsman who, when they were fighting the intergalactic ship, he's a nutcase himself. When he chews on his little piece of wheat or whatever he's chewing in his mouth, I love when characters do. It's just small little intricacies like that that really get me loving some characters, and that is one of them. Who else? Characters like Silverfang. I mean, when he takes his shirt off, he's looking like a demon from another realm, and then he's just rolling his shoulder because you know he's not in the game like that. You know, he's number 3 hero or whatever number hero he is, but he's still not in the game like that. And he only comes out to play when he's really needed. So you know when the shirt's coming off, it's going to be an issue for you. And you see all of his battle scars from over time. He's the sexiest old man I've ever seen. He is. He really is. I mean, I really appreciate him. I really appreciate what he's done to his body. And I'm motivated to get like that. I am. And don't even get me started on his brother when they damn near one-shot the whole centipede, dude. That was one of the sexiest combos I have ever seen. You know, like in Naruto Storm 4, when you have a combination final jutsu and it just works out really well, and it's a very, that is that one move. That is that one move, and it was, oh man, and that was a really good one. All in all, there are many characters in the show who are just really good. So going back to Garo really quick, Garo, I could already see his potential as a character. He's going to be the main villain 100% when all said is done. There's just no way. You could see them setting him up, but the fact that he has taken dudes on 7-on-1, 3-on-1, he took on the whole tank top gang. That's already a problem in itself. You don't mess with dudes in tank top. They're gym rats, you know? So that's all they do. So you take them out one by one, not even a problem for you. We realistically needed Mumin Rider versing him like in a one-on-one scenario, and that would have been game. Or King too, because when that King engine gets revving, you know it's a problem. Don't even get me started on King either. King is one of the most unintentionally funny characters. I know the animators mentioned, like, try to make him be funny, but like, in terms of the show, like, King doesn't even know how funny he is. The fact that there are people that think he is strong and they refer to his heartbeat of anxiety as the King engine is nonsense. Straight up. It's so stupid, but it's so good. Like when he was asking at the last episode for information on Blast, which is the #1 hero who is yet to appear. I don't know what's wrong with this corrupt hero association, but it needs to be reworked, because I'm not going to have heroes who aren't going to show up to do their job. If you're not ready to get down to business, you could leave my association. It's just not happening. This Blast guy, if I saw him in real life, he's getting an uppercut from me personally, because he needs a fucking reality check. I don't know if he's crippled. I don't know where he is. Maybe he is in space somewhere and he's exploring the galaxy, and that's why he's not here. And if that's the case, if he's saving Earth from interdimensional threats, I appreciate it and I take my statement back. But if you're not, you better get the fuck to work. Simple. Yeah, so when King was asking the association for information on him, and then the lady who was on the phone with the, I guess, the director of the Hero Association, whatever, she was like, yeah, King came asking for information on Blast for the, I'm going to call him Centauro. I know the centipede is named something else. I'm calling him Centauro. Asked for information on Blast for him. She was like, yeah, and his King engine was revving, so that means you know he was ready for battle. He's not ready for battle. He's ready to shit. Shit and piss everywhere. But just even like that, that's funny. That shit is funny, and it's so unintentional, as I said. But again, King and then Garo, he's just gonna be a great villain, all in all. As I said, he does seem to have a little bit of morals, but I mean, how much morals can you have when you're a hero hunter? You know, when you're taking the good guys out. But aside from the characters, the action in this show, some of the best I've seen. I mean, season 2 did drop in terms of animation from season 1, but it still was great. And I don't like the fact that people hate on season 2 as much as they do, because when you get about 2-3 episodes in, it's not even that big of a deal anymore. You honestly forget about season 1. Now, if I went back to season 1 and I watched it again, I'll be like, this shit was so much better. It was. It really was. The animation in season 1 was damn near 10 out of 10. Season 2 was like a 7. Realistically, that doesn't take away from the fact that some of these scenes are some of the best fight scenes I've seen, because you have to realize when there are niggas fighting up against Saitama, they literally can go all out and there is nothing. Why would they reserve their power for someone else when they are fighting the strongest? You know, so Boros, that fight with the opening 1 theme song was some of the best shit I have ever seen. He kept increasing his power over time, and he kept getting stronger and stronger, and his attacks were becoming more lethal every single time. And I was literally just clenching my ass cheeks. Just that whole fight scene had me doing Kegel exercises in my chair. I was just clenching. I was sitting here tensed up because I literally was so engaged into this fight. I was so invested and I enjoyed it so much. I did. And then just seeing Saitama beat up people in the tournament, Genos versus Centipede, man, when they all fought the Centipede, dude, that was great. The last fight of season 1, when they were fighting the other entities, other than obviously when Saitama was fighting Boros, all of the fights in this show are good. Intermission really quick. I'm recording this little section after I already recorded the video. On the topic of action, and I don't know how I forgot this, Genos versus Saitama is one of the, oh my gosh, the fluidity, I can't even, I'm stuttering right now. I have some sort of speech impediment. The fluidity with this fight is some otherworldly shit. It's the fact that this nigga Genos was pulling everything out of his bag, everything he possibly had, and it was just a fight for the ages. Saitama, and then he just hit him with that one punch, the death punch, or he took him seriously. Whatever happened, listen, after that, I would have bowed down to him too. That would have been my king, that would have been my lord, that would have been my master. Master Saitama, at your service, I will get you anything. Please just protect me for the rest of my life, because I'm shit to you. I'm nothing. That's how I would have felt, and that's probably how Genos felt too. Obviously, he has his like own sense of like, I am strong willed, I am my own person, whatever. But at the end of the day, you can get to the top of the food chain, brother, and there is still Saitama above you. There's just nothing else. So that fight really humbled him. But that fight also made my eyes water. It was a great piece of work. And I don't know how I forgot it while I was recording this video, but I had to mention it. I didn't want to just put some word. I had to vocalize how I felt about it. But yeah, back to what I was saying. And lastly, the only thing that this show really doesn't have right now is a very solid, complex story. And I don't think you're going to get that One Punch Man. If you're looking for that, you're not going to get it, at least right now in seasons 1 and 2. And I don't know if it's going to even get that deep, but this is a show that is solely based off fighting and comedy. And it does it better than I think any other anime. You know, Mob Psycho, I guess, is a show in a similar type of realm with a more complex story. But if I'm being honest with you, comparing Mob Psycho to One Punch Man, I'm taking One Punch Man over Mob. Mob's comedy is not hitting like One Punch Man. Very similar shows in terms of the art style. I don't know, am I the only one that's taking One Punch Man over Mob? I'm really not trying to hype One Punch Man up like that, but it is the first show that has got me feeling refreshed in a while. It really has. It really had me feeling good, and like I watched something new, you know, and I know it's older and I know I'm late to the party, but it did have me feeling refreshed and sort of revitalized with some of these animated shows. But yeah, if I were to give One Punch Man a rating out of 10, realistically, I would probably give it like an 8.7, 8.8. I really enjoyed it. I'm excited season 3 is coming. I'm excited to see where the show goes. I wonder if they're going to keep the same animating team or if they're going to get the ones from season 1. I don't know what they're doing. I hope we get that season 1 animation back though, because I've heard there's some fights that blow every single fight that have been animated so far out of the water. And I'm just excited for that, because the scale of these fights are like galactical, and I appreciate it so much. I love it so much. But yeah, no, so that is my One Punch Man review, final thoughts, breakdown. If y'all boys liked it, subscribe and like the video, and I guess recommend some more things for me to watch. You know, I mean, anime primarily, you know, I watch anime, but if there's, I'm probably going to see a bunch of suggestions, and I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not going to get to 90% of them because I'm just lazy when it comes to watching shows. But when I do watch it, then I will be making a video like this on it. I still have to catch up on shows like Classroom of the Elite, have to finish JoJo's, still haven't finished Ranking of Kings. And I was planning on doing this type of video for Ranking of Kings, and I still have like 6 episodes left. And then we have stuff like Chainsaw Man, Bleach, and Mob Psycho, and My Hero coming out. So I'm sort of backed up on my shows, and I never thought it would get to this point, and I'm upset now. I'm excited, but I'm upset now because it's going to be coming out back to back. There's gonna be Bleach and then My Hero, Chainsaw Man, like back to back over the week. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I don't know. But on to the next video. Follow the Instagram and the Twitch as well. And yeah, on to the next one.